Speciation. Speciation is the process of formation of any genetically independent group of individuals that no longer breed with their parent population. This occurs during the course of evolution, where any population, if there is some barrier, the parent population gets divided into two or more subpopulations by the barrier, and they develop characteristics that are quite unique, and they develop into a new species that no longer interbreed among its sister species as well as with the initial parent species. It can occur without barrier also due to competition, to reduce the competition for food and ecological niche. uh, any parent population, group of individuals from any parent population can divide the resources in the niche, and they start taking different type of food in the even while staying in the same area. This is their realized niche, and gradually this type of differentiation of a species, according to the niche, develops into many subspecies, which gradually develop into sister species that no longer breed. This type of speciation generally occur even without any barrier. We can also see new species are formed every day due to mutations. All this type of speciation we have seen occur very slowly in due course of time during the evolution. Hello friends, I am Dr. Ayantika Das, and I do make videos on BSc and MSc botany syllabus. I'm also started to make videos on solving questions from CSI and NET. And in this video, I am going to discuss about Peripatric speciation. Earlier, I have made videos on allopatric speciation also, and this is the first part of the Peripatric speciation video. As I have so many things to tell you, so I will be discussing in the video in two parts. So in the first part, I will be discussing general overview of Peripatric with few examples, and in the second part, I will be discussing some more features of Peripatric with examples. So let's start the video. Peripatric. Peri means near and patri means place. So this is a type of speciation where new species are formed very close, but still they close to the parent population, but still there is some type of barrier or separation. It is a very special type of allopatric speciation where this is the parent population, and they have migrated to a new environment, to a new niche. And as we know that every organism, when they stay in a place, they prefer to stay in that particular niche. They don't prefer to migrate often. So due to this inherent characteristic, so whatever population, whatever small group of individual has migrated from this parent region, a parent niche, to the new niche here, that they will stay there and adapt to the new environment. They will adapt to the new environment by alternation of their allelic frequency, which means that if, say for example, A1 is one allele of the gene that expresses the beak size, and A2 is another allele that expresses the also the beak size, and also A3 is another allele for the same gene, and all these alleles, they show different sizes of beak. Say for example, if it is a in the parent population, they had many nut and seed tree. So the initial parent population bird, if it is feeding on the nuts and seeds, so when it moves to the new region, it has got many cactus tree. That is new region, this one small region here, it has got many cactus tree and shrubby tree, and also many other very spiny tree. So maybe it will be developing another type of beak to eat the flower of cactus and the stem of cactus. So there will be an alternation from the in the gene expression, that is free earlier it was expressing allele 1a, so a1, now it is expressing a2 in the new environment. So this alternation of frequency, allelic frequency, here I have only said of the for the beak size and shape, but it can be for multiple. It can be for camouflage, that is change in coloration of the body feathers, such that it can easily mingle with the surrounding color of the surrounding environment. So in this way, in order to fit into new environment, there is an alternation in the expression of allele. And due to accumulation of many such small amount of changes, this new population, the small founder population of this area, they alter so much that they become much unique and much different from this parent population. As a result, if this barrier is continuous for a very long period of time, so these two species become so different that they and also there is no much reproduction. So also new characteristic formed and the reproductive isolation, though both these factor they create new species. And even if after a considerable period of time, even if these two species, when they have formed two species, even if these two species, this new species formed and the parent species formed, even after a considerable period of time, if they are allowed to interbreed, they will not interbreed, because by this time they have developed both pre-zygotic as well as post-zygotic reproductive barrier. So here we see that two type of species are formed and with unique character, and they have got reproductive barrier. This is Peripatric speciation. And about the reproductive barriers that I have been talking, I have explained it in detail in the allopatric speciation video, link to which I have put in the description box. So this type of speciation is a part of allopatry. It's because in allopatry, if this is the original population and the population may be quite almost equally divided into two by a barrier, but in peripatry, which is a special type of allopatry, this is the dumbbell shaped model where we have equal size population on either side of barrier, but in peripatry we have a barrier that divides the population into unequal size. Here, which is the example here. So we see this is the peripatry, which is a special type of allopatry. Now we see some examples. A new species is just formed, because which is from both phenotypically and genotypically different from the parent species, and also founder population reproductively has isolated moved to new area. Then this type of speciation, which is called peripatry, it results to new species. So this new species, as it is moving, it has moved to a particular area and is not moving again to any other area, so they develop gradually, they develop endemism. They develop not only distinct characteristic from the parent but also develop endemism. So these this picture are those of the endemic fishes in the Red Sea. But however, many type of endemism is found in fishes, especially fishes around the Easter Islands, along the Hawaiian Islands, as well as this Marquesas Island, which is in the Pacific also, and the Mascarene Islands, that is in the Indian Ocean, very close to Mauritius. So all these islands and the surrounding islands, they have developed some fishes which have become endemic, which are not found in any other area. So they have got sister species, but these are endemic. Sister species are usually, here in this diagram, this say this is sorry, this is N1 and this is N. So N and N1 are sister species. Though they are sister species, they develop from a parent species P, and these two are sister species, and each of these can be endemic. Usually they become endemic when they are in a very isolated condition. So endemism is also seen in sometime peripatric speciation. This is a very
Also
good
too,
example.
they develop sometime
peripatric
peripatric
species
of
where
birds.
we know
In the islands,
that
they
actually
develop
in the Cretaceous period, where the South America was very close to this Africa, and the Australia also together with Africa, and Indian subcontinent was here. So this South America, Africa, Indian subcontinent, as well as Australia was together, and that area was called Gondwana land. And in the Gondwana land, we see these type of flightless birds. This is moa bird, and this type of flightless bird was nowadays are also found. This is the picture of this Rhea from South Africa. Sorry, it's from this is a picture of Rhea from this South America, and this is the picture ostrich from Africa. Ostrich here. This is the Rhea. This is the Rhea. This is the ostrich. And we see this is the cassowary. Cassowary found here in Australia. Cassowary. We also find emu here. Emu. This is the emu. So all these birds are flightless, and we see they have a similar characteristic with this extinct bird moa. And this moa, actually it is found in it was a fossil was found in New Zealand. But what I'm saying is that all these birds in different continent, they are flightless, and they share the same characteristic, that is well developed leg, but the feathers, their flight feathers are not well developed. The bone in the wings, they are not solid bones, but they have developed knuckles and spines in the bone, so that they can be used as a weapon. So we see that all these type of flightless birds are found in different continent. But this from the mitochondrial DNA analysis, it was found that this bird, that is a moa, which is found in the New Zealand, It is actually found in the fossils from this moa. It was taken, and the mitochondrial analysis comparison was done with all other birds, and it was found that all these birds, they bear similarity, genetic similarity with moa, this bird, and all these birds are sister species. They have developed from some not single but many closely related birds, and all these birds are sister species. So this is type of peripatric speciation, where the ocean is a barrier, where earlier there was a single piece of land which got fragmented due to continental drift, and each of the birds, they developed flightlessness several times, and they have a common few group of ancestor, as was found from the
Island
mitochondrial DNA
flightlessness is
analysis.
mainly because in island there is not that much predator is present. So small birds or medium sized bird, they lose their ability to fly because there is no need. They whatever food they need, they get it from eating the crustaceans and mollusks or fishes, and they dive and swim, and they do not require their wings that much. That is why most of the island birds, some of the island birds, they have developed this flightlessness. Only birds that require to migrate annually from to and fro its wintering and breeding ground, they do not develop this flightlessness. Otherwise, birds, especially in the tropical region, they if they are living in island, most of them, they lose their wings. I mean, not lose their wings, but their wings becomes much reduced. So this is the example. This one here. This is the this is the swordtail Hawaii cricket, which has also lost its flight. Generally, bush crickets, they take flight, but here this laupala, this cricket, which is shown in this diagram, they have lost their hind wings. However, they have their forewings with which they can brush their forewings and make the sound that occurs in the mating. So only the mating part, that is the forewing, is present, but hind wings are lost. So hind wings are lost mainly because as they live in the grass filled area, and they locomote by means of just jumping. They do not require their wings but that much. Also, this is another example, Galapagos cormorant. You see, it has got a much reduced wing, and actually this wing has been used by the cormorant not for flying, but while swimming inside the water and getting fish and other crustaceans. Cormorant use this Galapagos cormorant use this wing, which is much reduced also. Next, our is the kakapo parrot. You see, this parrot has the look of an owl. Actually, this is because not only it looks like an owl, but also is nocturnal. Now, this kakapo is one of the heaviest parrot. It has lost its flight and has become one of the heaviest parrot. And it as because it has become flightless, and to avoid predator, it has become nocturnal. And in it is also vegetarian, so it lives in a small shrubby area, and it usually gets food from the vegetation, fruits and leaves. That is, it is a vegetarian bird. So it does not have any problem with food, and because it is nocturnal, it can be easily it can escape the predators, as it is nocturnal, so it does not require a flight. So it has got a very reduced flight muscle and much reduced wings, and it has actually increased its weight very much. So basically, this parrot, its locomotion is mainly by hopping and jumping. So it actually, it is a free feeder at the shrub level, so it does not require that flight also. Next is our swamp hen. This is the swamp hen, Takahe swamp hen. This is also a bird from New Zealand, and this Takahe, this mostly found in the very marshy area, and this has been actually a island inhabitor for a very long time. We have been seeing this as a indigenous Maori food also. So this moorhen is also has become flightless, and very important thing is that just because it was flightless, and due to habitat destruction by introduction of new animals like cat and rat, ferret, and other type of predator, both this kakapo as well as this bird kakapo, as well as this moorhen, that is the takahe, both have earlier become extinct, but now only few birds that were found, they have been grown under lab condition, and again when their population has increased under captivity, they have been again reintroduced in many of the islands in around New Zealand. So now their population is also rising. So another is the wood hen, that is the veka. This one, it has also lost its flight, and this is also a very heavyweight sturdy bird which has lost much of the wing, and it has, as because it has reduced wing, so it is a very good runner, and so this bird mostly feed on invertebrates and insect that is found in the ground level, and this is also a bird that has lost its flight. Another bird is this one. This is the steamer duck. It is found in the island surrounding the coastal Chile, and this bird is also feeding on the crustaceans and mollusks that is found along the coast of the Chilean islands. And this steamer duck is also a very good example where flight was lost due to absence of predator. um, so this is another example. This picture is an example of ibis, the club-winged ibis, where actually the flight wings, they were lost, and they actually converted to a weapon-like structure, where the wings, the bone in the wings, they have developed thick knob-like structures and spines, and so that they can and also it is very much thicker bones, so they can be used as a club or any attack organ by these birds, that is the ibis birds. So we see that once there is flightlessness,
Another
and the
very
flight,
good example
the
of
wings,
Peripatric
they
is
have
the
been used
robin,
as a weapon now.
the
So
sisters
this is island
species of
flightlessness
robin.
found around Australia and the surrounding islands. So all these type of robin, they belong to this Petroica genus, but we see that they have developed sister species where they have been dimorphism in the sexual dimorphism, where male looks different from female, and these are all the pictures of male birds from different islands around Australia. And we see that the Norfolk robin, it has got white dot on its forehead, which is much smaller in the Pacific robin, and also different other type of robin near the Australian continent. They have got it is also having very see this bird, it is also having a small dot, but here this dot has almost disappeared. Also do we see that there is, apart from the dot white dot in the forehead, we also see that there is slight difference in the plumage color. That is, this is bluish brown, bluish black to jet black to brown to grayish color to brownish color. Also do we see that the breast color is red here, reddish here, and we see as we grow, this is the orange colored breast. So we see that all these male birds, though they belong to Norfolk robin and its sister species, all these sister species, they have different plumage color, different plumage pattern, and the female, they are so specific about the mate they breed, that they only breed with their species, not the sister species. This was also found, this type of very selective breeding by the female was found also during the in the cricket, the Hawaiian crickets, that is the laupala, where we know that the crickets also make noise by rubbing their wings, and the female, they have such a sharp ear that they can distinguish the noise made by one species, one sister species of Laupala from other sister species. So they only breed with their species, not with the sister species. This type of selective breeding is also very characteristic in the Peripatric speciation, and we see this in both the robin, the Pacific robins, as
We
well
also
as
see
the
here also we see
Hawaii
that the flycatcher
crickets. Flycatcher population has got dimorphism in both male and female. So here both the pictures we see, both the pictures, they are of male bird, but we see that there is alternation in the color of plumage. One is black, another is gray colored, but the pattern of the color pattern, the bars, they and whatever pattern is found in the wings also, they are almost similar, but the color of plumage is different. So these type, from the color itself only, the female will be able to distinguish birds of their own species, and so they will selectively breed, and this type of selective breeding is also another very good example of peripatry. So we see a lot of peripatry in even on the same island also, the any island that is that has got a very desert type of climate, dry climate, and the lower elevation, and high up, especially in Hawaii, we know that it's a volcanic island, so it has got many high mountains as well as lowlands. So in the lowland we see this type of silver swords. This type of silver swords are found in the lowlands, while in the highland, where it is very moist condition, we see this type of silver sword. This type of silver sword. So this type of silver sword is found in a very moist climate, that is very moist climate, and this is found in a very arid climate, even in the same island. So this is the type of peripatry that we see, and in different island of Hawaii, they have developed different species, different subspecies of Dubautia has developed into many sister species. So this is the peripatry. Also we find such type of peripatry in another Hawaiian plants, that is the lobeliads, which have actually they have diverged so much that they have developed into individual sister species. These are the examples of lobeliads that is found in different Hawaiian islands. So these are the lobeliads on the right, and in the bottom we see the silver swords, and both these are very good examples of
Now,
peripatry that
very
is
good
found in
example is
plants.
the peripatry in the mosquito population. Now, in the underground tube, some mosquito have Culex mosquito has entered during the 19th century, and they have remained underground till now, and they have developed into a much different species from the above ground species. The underground species, the thriving underground species is called Culex molestus, and those that is found above ground is called Culex pipens. While the molester species, the underground species, it is it preferred it to breed underground, and it is preferred to breed in confined space and feeds on mammals and do not require blood for oviposition, and they do not have a winter rest or winter diapause. But on the other hand, that is species that is present on the surface, they prefer growing on the above surface ground. They never go underground, and they prefer to breed in open area, and they are not feeding on human or mammals. They feed on birds. Culex pipens, and Culex pipens require blood for laying eggs. So we see that the above ground species is quite different from the underground species of Culex, and in fact this that is why when both the species under lab condition, when they are grown, they are found not to breed. This molestus type of species of Culex
So
that was
this was
found
all
in
about the
London
first
tube
part of the video
was
of
also
Peripatric.
found
In the
underground
second part
in
also
New
I'll be
York,
discussing
as well
various
as
other
in
forms
other
of
countries also.
peripatry with
Nowadays
some
we are finding
examples.
this.
So for
Culex
now this is the
molestus.
end of the video. I do make videos on other MSc topics, that is algae, lichen, and bryophyte, pteridophytes, and fungus, and now I have started with ecology also. So you can go to my channel and watch those videos, and if you have any topic in your mind, or you want me to make on which you want me to make videos, do write it in the comment section. And those who have already made a request about videos, I will be making all your videos, but according in an ordered that the first those who have made a request first, I will be making their video first. So please be patient. I will be making all of your videos, and if you like this video, please share it with your friends, and please do subscribe, because your subscription, it encourages me. Thanks again for watching this video.